Okay guys, today we are going to be doing a bookshelf tour, and I'm really excited to finally do this. Mind you, my bookshelf tour is not completely done. I still have a lot more to do, and I'm not yet finalized, and nothing's really exactly organized. I kind of somewhat just organized by like size and kind of kept some of the series together, and I'll kind of go over that as I go through each cube. So we're going to start off with like some of the decor items, and then each cube as to why I set it the way I did. And yeah, I'm excited. I've never really done one of these. I've seen a bunch of these videos, and I always think it's really cool to be able to see other people's bookshelves. So I am super excited to kind of go over this with you guys. And yeah, I'm so excited. Okay, let's just get started. First off, we're going to start off with this plant. And okay, these parts are a little dead, but in general, this is a beautiful plant. I want to say that I did all this work, but I actually just got this plant like last week, and it was only $12 at Kroger. So normally I get my plants from like Home Depot or Lowe's, but I'm not gonna lie, Kroger had really healthy plants aside from those 2 leaves. But like, you know, things happen, they're not always gonna be perfect. But this for $12 is beautiful. Like, look how big it is compared to my hand. It's a huge plant, and I think plants in book rooms are always just so nice and so comforting. I actually love plants, and so being able to put them on my bookshelf, I feel like, is a must. Now we're going to go over to my special editions. I feel like, being a Harry Potter fan, I have to have some Mina books, and I am so sad to find out that she is not going to be doing them anymore. I think they didn't sign her on. I'm not sure what happened, but I'm so sad. I was really set on collecting all of these, and I just think they're so cool, and they're just like really good books to just like have as a collectible item. As you can see, the third one I did not open yet, but yeah. And you can see these little bookshelf stoppers I have on each end. My boyfriend got them for me as a gift, and they're Hogwarts, which I find it to be so perfect and so beautiful. And they are from Harry Potter Pottery Barn, and as you can tell, obviously they're like really nice quality. And then I have these books, which is like the film vault books, and if you collect them all in order, they eventually just, I'm going to put it sideways, but it creates like the Hogwarts symbol, which I find really, really cool. And I find these exciting. I had this plan to, every time I go to like a special Barnes & Noble or a new one, or just like a special event, to just collect a new one as something to put on my shelf. And if you watch Fantastic Beasts, I have Professor Lally's wand because she's like one of my most favorite characters ever. And my boyfriend did get me this too as a gift. Oh man, why is it not focusing? Let me see if it'll focus if I put her down. And I love her wand so much. It's just so beautiful, and Professor Lally is like such a queen. She is just one of my favorite characters. And I have a little tiny Harry with a mandrake in the herbology room, which I think is just so fitting with all these plants. And then each season I do change out this little plant. Sometimes I'll put a Christmas one, I'll put like a spring one, but right now it's autumn, so I have like little pumpkins and a pine cone. And I have these bookmarks that our cousin got us, which are like the fancy nice bookmarks. These little tiny snow globes, I actually, you can get them at Five Below. My cousin got me one. She got me a box for like a little gift when we first moved here, because she lives near me as well. And then I got another one, and I got Severus, and I'm so happy because I love Severus in the movie, not the books. I don't like him in the books. Okay, so now let's get started down to the nitty gritty. Let's go down to the first cube. So as you can see, these are kind of like the more colorful books. I'm trying to get around this plan, it's kind of hard. Let me see if I can do this again. So I have 1 and 2 Heartstopper. I kind of kept like some of my like little like cutesy romance books all together, and like the colorful ones, as you can tell, just like which books are which. So nothing really fancy. I did kind of have like some like pretty stones in here, but I still, like I said, I'm not done decorating everything. But I feel like if I don't film this, I'm never going to film this. So I do like this shelf because it's really like cutesy and colorful, and I find it so happy. Then we go to the second shelf, which is more of like some of my fantasy books. And again, I kind of just kept everything together based on like the height of everything, so they can kind of like more uniformed. I have like my Caraval series, Defy the Night, Dance of Thieves, Six of Crows, Crooked Kingdom, Renegades. I still need to read Renegades, and this is why I kind of think I want to move my shelf around, because I want to kind of put the books I haven't read into one area, because now it's like a mix of books I have read and haven't read, which obviously doesn't make any sense. Okay, now going into the next shelf, I have my Touch of Darkness series and A Game of Fate, which is like her Hades perspective. I know the sizing is different, but I just wanted to keep them together. And I have these little, they're just like little dollar LED candle lights, which I think are so perfect because it literally looks like a candle. It's super cozy. And then I have my Inherited games, which I have not even read the second or the third book, unfortunately. I really do need to get back to that. This one, I really love this tiny little door I got from Michael. So cute, and I actually want to get more. I've noticed that they have more of these things now, and I just love them, like tiny little doors. I think they're precious. And I have some of my darker books in this section too. I have a random Twilight book in the back, as you can probably see by the red thread. Yeah, like I said, kind of kept them with the sizes. And yeah, so see, like some of these are like books I have read. Some of them are books I haven't read. So that's kind of why I wanted to kind of move my shelf around a little bit better. And then we're gonna go into like more of like my astrology section and self-help books. And I kind of kept it like witchy because the colors just really match with the stones. And these are some really cool stones that we actually ended up getting in Utah, which I find them to be so pretty. They're like really pretty crystals and stones. This black cat is actually a little plant holder. So it had like a little succulent in the back. But when I was moving, I did take it out because it was dying. So I'm probably gonna replace it. And then I have little, some of these just little self-help books. You can probably tell I'm a Libra. So yeah. I have some Libra books, a little witch hat. I just thought it was so fitting. It just, like, look at it. It's just a cute little cube. Now this one, I still got to make it up, but this was like the holiday books I kind of wanted to keep together. Obviously I'm going to decorate everything for the holidays. I do have some of these books. I did read 3 of these. Oh yeah, I read 3 of these. The only ones I haven't read is One Day in December, which is something I do need to read. This is actually a coffee coaster that my mom got me with a little cat mug, and I just think it's so perfect. She got it for me when I got my little kitten Queenie. And I have a Pure Wonder Bath & Body Works candle, which I think is just so perfect for this time of year. It's just like clean, fresh, and happy. So I do obviously need to fill the shelf. It's kind of depressing. And then we're going to go into, this is so unorganized, but I kind of just ended up putting on this left side are books that I just kind of got, I need to read, and then I just ended up putting these books on the right because they were just some Halloween books I had out, but now that Halloween's over, I just kind of just shoved them in there, so it's not, I wouldn't say it's really done. Then let's go down to this one, and yeah, this one's not really done either. I didn't really know what to do with everything. I kind of just put my bookmarks into this little Ravenclaw mug, which I'm actually going to scoot over more this way. I did not really finish this one. I kind of just didn't know where to put these books. Yeah, it's really randomized. And then we're going to go to this one, which has my ACOTAR books. And yes, I'm missing the Quarter Frost and Starlight. I do need that one, but I refuse to pay $13 for it. So I'm trying to find that used because it's so small. Like, I don't want to pay $13 for a tiny book. So I'm just waiting until I get lucky and hit the jackpot at the jackpot at Half Price Books. And yeah, I like this part right here. I think it's really cute. Okay, and then I have just some random like little books. These are actually like poem books, The Memories and Lana Del Rey's book and Pride and Prejudice. I kind of just shoved them in there too. I kind of want to put them together with like my other classics and other poems, but this will do for now. I just need to put everything away. This shelf is horrendous, but I wanted to still show it because it's still bookshelf tour. And this is just life. Nothing's gonna be perfect. Things are gonna be random sometimes. I try to have things aesthetic, but it doesn't happen all the time. I don't know how people do it all the time. So these books still need to find like their set homes. But as you can see, this is a little shelf. I do like these 3 books together though. So yeah, I do kind of want to put the Spanish Love Deception with the other like cutesy little romance books. And then this one is just other books as well. These are kind of like little self-help books I kind of just put together in this little column. Small ones that kind of just fit according to size. And this is another like little tea candle, which I didn't like because this one's an actual real one. And I don't feel comfortable putting a candle next to all this paper. That's just scary. And then going to this one, these books are not organized as well. Kind of just did it by size. And I do love this little Totoro moon that my brother actually got me. There was actually like a tiny little moon that went into like this part right here, but unfortunately it fell off. But I love it. It's such a beautiful gift. He actually got it for my baby, and so we put it in her nursery. But since she doesn't have a nursery anymore, we put it in the bookshelf room, which I find so special because I love my brother, and every time I look at it, I think about him because he knows how much I love Totoro. So yeah, this little shelf still not really, the books itself aren't really organized, but yeah. Then we're gonna jump into this one. This one I kind of did according to size. I kind of, for some reason, even though it's really randomized, I do like it. I do want to keep like some of those other books kind of moving around, like some of these like mom books, self-help books, and like I kind of want to put them in a separate column. But for now, I think I'm just gonna do this. And then this one I actually kind of like too. I kind of kept it like more like fantasy, and this little mermaid statue that my mom got me a long time ago. At first I wasn't a fan of her, but then as I had her, as time went on, I love her. She's a queen. So I think she looks really good with like these fantasy books. Now we're going lower, and these ones aren't finalized, but these are kind of like the book sets I have. I really need to read Awkward Angel. Like I need to get to those. I think I'm just like holding off on it because I've heard it's amazing and I just want to absolutely love it and indulge in it. So I'm just taking my time with it. And then I obviously have the Core Print series because duh, I have to. And then I have my Harry Potter spellbook. Then we're gonna go here. This shelf is fine until you get to the end. Completely random. Just shove them in here. And then I have a little bridesmaid candle that my friend got me for her wedding. And yeah. So nothing special. These bottom shelves were kind of just like the I need to get to shelves. Again, really randomized. Kind of did it by size. Not the greatest, but I obviously want to show each cube so that you can see my books I have. Then these are more of like my textbooks and just knowledge-based books, like educational books. I kind of want to keep them all together. I just feel like it's kind of nice to be able to have that. Like I have some books from like when I went to university. Mom books, yeah, a lot of biology books. Then we're gonna go here, and I did it by shelf or like by size. Not really happy with this one, to be honest. These bottom shelves, again, still work in progress. Those two are like at the very end, are like some of my oldest books actually. And we're gonna go to like, I didn't know where to put this set. It's just my Harry Potter paperback set, which is the ones I will read because I don't want to ruin my other ones. And they are in here. And lastly, I have this one. This shelf, not yet done, but these are just some new books I just recently got, and I just wanted to put them somewhere. So yeah. But I have one more Harry Potter set that's like a really special edition that I got again from my lovely boyfriend as a Valentine's Day gift, and I wanted to just kind of display them a lot more nicer. So right now they're in the box set, and so I think I'm just going to show it when I actually have it set up because this is a bookshelf tour. So not every book I own is on this shelf. I have a few scattered here and there around the house. But these are the books I pretty much have on my shelf. So once I set up those like fancy Harry Potter book sets, then I'll show you guys. But I wanted to kind of just show you what I have on my shelf so far. Obviously, I am really happy that there's a lot of empty space. And okay, do not mind the wire management. But I also have a tiny shelf on the... Okay, actually, I'm not going to show it. But on the right, I have 4 more cubes where I have a little bit more book space so I can fill. And I can obviously fill up these empty shelves a little bit more. So I'm really excited. I really love these shelves. And these shelves I actually got from Target. They're like just the normal shelves that they sell, which I'm not gonna lie, they're really pretty good quality. Obviously they're not immaculate, you're not gonna have like the IKEA quality, but they do what it needs to do. And I like how everything is just like coordinate with each other. Like everything, all my shelves are from the Target brand, and it just kind of worked out that way. Okay, I'm just gonna show you how this management system, because I want to show you that those shelves. Over there you can see I have a tiny shelf, and it's a 4 cube shelf, which kind of works really well because there's like a little empty space at the top, so I can put some extra things, and I'm planning on filling those too. So overall, this is my shelves, and I love it. Every time I walk upstairs and I see my bookshelves, it just makes me so happy, and I love it so much. I just feel like it's one of my most favorite things. But yeah, I'm happy I got to film this for you guys today. I hope you guys got to have like a little sneak peek of all the books I have on each cube. and maybe I will do an updated one just when it looks a lot more aesthetically pleasing, a lot more prettier and decorated, and maybe with all my books in there. So I hope you guys are enjoying this day, and I will see you guys in the next video.